started, I'm going to show you how to start your bio page and make a fancy text frame. So I'm just going to duplicate this page because it's quicker to do it this way. Image duplicate, and I'm going to call this bio 1. Okay, so from this page, I'm going to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, I'll keep that one. I'll get rid of these things here. I'm just hiding them. Really, I could just delete them. And for your bio page, this is just for the sake of time that I'm doing it this way. But what you could, you should probably have a different picture. It shouldn't be the same picture that you used on the cover. Let's change this background up a little bit. And I don't know, make it pink. And I'm just going to do a regular fill for this page. It's going to look bland, but all the pages do not have to be the same. And as you can see, when you use gradient, then you have to go back and fill in stuff, and it makes life a little bit harder. So what I could do to avoid all of this, I'm trying to get right in the line. Okay, I'm going to get Jay-Z out of here. Let's delete him. Oh, I have it locked. Let me delete him. Okay, so here's Beyonce. I can put her... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hope that's not going to happen. I can put her wherever I want to on the page. So, see, I still have some over there that's the wrong color. So let me make that the right color. Fill it some more with my paint bucket. Boom. All right, so now I got her here. Maybe I want her here, wherever I put her at. So I'm going to create my title for Beyonce. So we're going to do text first. And the text cannot be the same color as the background. So for now, I'm going to make it white. Beyonce. And you can either Command T, Control T, because if you're on a PC, kind of don't want it to be stretched out, and you would pick whatever font you pick. This is the font that I had selected already, and I'm gonna again go up here and do some formatting to it. Let's go to blending options, and let's make this where we can see the preview first. Oh, the preview is on. Okay, cool. So when I check stuff, you'll see when I press bevel and emboss, it'll do something. If I press contour, it'll do something. Stroke, it will give me a color depending on what color I pick. So let's pick something that we can probably see on this background that's a little bit lighter. And I can change the weight of my stroke to make it bigger or not bigger. You play around with it. If I want to do a gradient in Beyonce, okay, cool. We got that. That's the title. So you need to put a title on here. Then you need to have a box for your text to go into. So what I would do is click my text again, and I'm going to click and drag the shape that I want the text frame to be. Maybe I want just this to be my text. And by default, it puts some, just centering this a little bit. It puts some filler text in it, which is fine. The part that you want to know how to do, and I can just copy this a bunch of times, copy, paste, 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 so you can see how it looks when it fills up. Two things I want to do is I did Control A to select all. I want to turn the hyphens off, and I forget where that's at. I think it's under paragraph formatting, but I don't want to see dashes in the middle of my text. So I'm going to go to Window, and it's either character or character styles. I think it's here because I'm thinking about InDesign right now. Let me try character formatting. Oh, it's not there. Is it paragraph styles? Let me search for my hyphens. I need to turn that off. I want the hyphens off. HYPH. It helps if I PHEN. There you go. You got to spell it right to get it right. Format paragraph. I said it was on the format paragraphs. There it is. Okay. So I just needed to find it. I was in the right place. Character. So I'm in the menu right now, which may be cut off because of the part I choose to show to the public. Let me go back to paragraph. Oh, there it is right there. It was there the whole time. Turn hyphenate off. So now that takes that off. You also don't want your text to be centered. I shouldn't see text looking like this or like this. Flush left is how we do text. If there's paragraphs in here, they can be separated by an empty space in between them. This might spill over because I might have too much. Let me take a line of text out so I can do that. So it looks nice and clean. Okay, great. We're going to do one thing. We're going to create a new layer. Press the check mark, get out of the text, create a new layer. I'm going to go up here. Let me delete that one because I don't need it. So I'm going to come up to the top. I'm going to create a new layer. Actually, I'm going to go underneath the text because that's where I need it to go. So I just dragged it down. I'm going to draw a shape on that layer. So I'm choosing the rectangle. I'm going to draw the rectangle, the shape of just a little bit bigger than the shape of this text frame. So you can see the effect just a little bit and try to make it even on all sides. And now it's white right now, which is fine. You could change the color to whatever you want it to be, but let's actually, yeah, I'm going to change the color because you're not going to be able to see with white text on top of it. So let me make it, I don't know, a pale pink or something. So it's pink right now. The fill should be pink. So now you can see the text, but it's still a little dark. So I'm going to rasterize this layer. So I'm right clicking my mouse and choosing rasterize layer. Now I made it where it's one image and I can format it. I'm going to go to my opacity right here and I'm going to put it to where I want it. Now what I want to do so you can really see it, cancel, is go back to this text layer. Cancel, go back to the text layer. Thank you. I'm going to do Control A to select all the text, and I'm going to make the text, maybe I'll make the text, I don't know, black for the sake of this. Now I'm going to go back here, and I can fill this white because that's what I really wanted to do from the beginning. So I'm going to make this color white. Do I have to fill it? Let's see. Didn't make it because I have it on opacity. So if I put it full, you'll see it's full color. But as you make it faint, it starts to take on the color of the background. So you may even want to do this lighter, or you may want to change your background color so that when you do it, you can see it. Let me try to change the background color because I want you to really get the effect of this. So that's black, and I still got some color behind Beyonce that I need to get rid of now. Make that black. Why don't I just erase this? I don't even know why this is still here. Let me fix Beyonce real quick. I didn't know she was going to be giving me this type of grief today because it's all on her. Yeah, all of that's on her. So let's just get rid of that. Magic wand that. Yes, it's a little bit longer than I wanted, but when you don't clean up stuff, it shows you when you try to do other things. All right, so now Beyonce is good. I'm going to just lock her at this point because I'm tired. All right, so now I'm going to come back to this one. And I'm going to change the opacity because I want it to look faint, but not... It's not making it sheer the way I want it. I'm trying to figure out why not. Now, I don't want the text to change colors. I just want this box to change colors. Maybe I shouldn't have rasterized it. Let's do it again. Let's do it once more. Let's draw it. New layer. Draw it. And I can't see the other text now because the color of the text I have hidden is black on a black background. All right, here's the text. Let me position this properly. Oh, that was a good guess by me. All right, so I'm back here. I'm not going to rasterize it this time. I want to see if that changes what I'm trying to do. Nah, it still makes it a little grayish. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, that's an effect that you can do. You can also put a background on it. I will show you how to change the page to have a background. I think I'm going to make this text pink because it's annoying me. And I want the pink from here on it. And let's go back to the text layer. T. I'm doing Control A to select all. Let's make her pink. Take that pink from there. And I am going to, oh, I didn't put any effects on this. That's why it looks so boring. Let me go back here. Let me bevel and emboss it. Now, I don't like the bevel and emboss. That looks a little too much for that little bitty text. I don't want to do a stroke. Can we do an inner shadow? Satin, maybe. Satin is kind of cool. Gradient. We could do the gradient. Let me take that off. Let's see how this looks right here. And I'm going to go back to this layer and maybe make it a little bit more faint, but not too faint. So you can make your box sheer is the whole point of this. You don't want to make it 100%. Obviously, you want to have some color behind it. And anytime you want to change the colors of the box, you need to use this arrow to select and this box, to change it. Whatever shape. You can pick whatever shape you want to pick. That is the gist of how to finesse your text boxes. So now we have Beyonce here. Let's zoom out so you can see it all. And if I want, I can move Beyonce over. I could put her on the text. I can group my layers by selecting each layer that I want to be together and doing Control G. And it groups the layers now. So now I can move everything. Oops, it's not letting me move everything. Move that back. I thought I grouped 2 layers. Hold on. Oh, I didn't group the rectangle in it. I created a group with nothing in it. Group it. Now those are grouped, so I should be able to move. It's still not moving them together. I guess I got to select the group, and I should be able to move the group. Okay, so much for that. What's in group 2? All right, let's delete group 2. Group and, oh, no. Just a group. Group only. So in group 3, I'm going to delete group 3 because there's nothing in that either. Group only. I'm going to select the text here and the rectangle frame and group that. Now you better move together. And I guess Photoshop don't move the stuff together anymore. Yeah, that's in one group. So why isn't it just moving the group? Let me lock them and see if that will allow me to move them. I guess I got to choose both. Yeah, I don't know. Group used to mean everything was grouped and everything moved together. But clearly I had to have both layers selected. Now I've got Beyonce right here. I've got my text frame here, and I can move the text over a little bit using my arrows on the keyboard. I'm moving it up and down because I just want it to have a certain look. And if I don't like this color in my background, again, I can go right back here to the arrow, select, and the colors are up here. It's white right now. I can make it red. I can make it whatever color I want to make it, orange. Whatever color I want to make it, I can make it. And then I can determine how much the opacity should be on that. Do I want to have more of a fill? Do I want to have less of a fill? And when you print it, you'll see that it's going to be sheer, depending on the percentage you picked for your square. So that's it for this tutorial. Longer than I thought, but it's done. Enjoy. Leave me a comment and a like.